Good afternoon, New York. For those of you who have not heard of Strands, we're the global leader in digital money management solutions, providing technology and niche advisory services to leading banks such as Barclays, BBVA, and Bank of Montreal. Through these partnerships, not only do we provide the tools to build unique digital money management experiences, but we also provide this in record time. We also help banks remain innovative and progress and build on the solutions that we've originally provided for retail consumers. And that's why we're here today to present our latest version of Strands BFM, the money management solution focused at delivering small and medium business owners with a more relevant digital banking experience. Almost 80% of businesses in the US have 20 employees or less, but they're still faced with the same banking experience as retail consumers when their needs are very different. Following the successful launch of Strands BFM with Deutsche Bank in 2014, it's a pleasure to unveil the latest version of BFM today here in New York. Over to you, Sharif.
Thanks, Cesar. Good afternoon, everyone. So for the purpose of this demo, let me introduce you to my business. It's DIY Miami Racer. We're a small business that's based out of South Florida, 15 employees altogether. And here's the thing. Our passion for mechanics is definitely not matched for our passions for finances and numbers. And to be honest, we can't stand it. We outsource all of that to a bookkeeper or an accountant, and he handles that. I don't want to deal with it. And until recently, my business online banking experience looked exactly like my personal account. Basically, it was just a long list of transactions and options for me to move funds from one account to another, and that all changed the moment I switched to my bank. It was powered by Strands BFM. Now, my first impression was the simple, intuitive, and fresh format of the dashboard showing my business's financial health, and to be honest, I think it's beautiful. Now, the key data I need to know about my day-to-day business is summarized at the top of the dashboard. And when it does, it shows a streamlined design that instantly tells me how the business is doing without me having to log into my accountant's software package. So let's start by looking at the company's aggregated accounts. Now, in all accounts, I get a holistic view of all my balances inside and outside of my bank. Now, Strands BFM aggregates transactional data from over 11,000 financial institutions across North America. Now, the data is categorized, and it's with more than 95% accuracy, thanks to Strands' meta-aggregation and categorization engine. Now, the best part of not having to log into multiple accounts is I have everything in one place. And going back to the dashboard, I now get access to some really interesting information, my expected income for the month. Now, with Strands BFM, my bank can offer an invoicing package for very small companies and solopreneurs. And that would have been really useful when I first started my business because I was using Excel and Word for invoicing. And Strands BFM has the ability to connect with third-party invoicing and accounting solutions to pull just enough data for an overview of my account receivables without overwhelming me with just too much information. Now, this is really the first time I've seen a bank that was able to pull over data from one source and layer it over my existing transaction in a way that actually makes sense and is helpful. Now, so let's check out expected spending. Now, here's where Strands BFM does some really incredible things. Its automated pattern recognition algorithm can really analyze historical transactions and detect patterns on recurring expenses and project them in the future. Now, it works with stuff with bill pay, so I can include my schedule and payments that I've already set up, and I get an idea of what's going on. I can easily, from there, forecast my short-term expenses to help me reach my net cash flow position for the end of the month. So let's look at the cash flow situation, right? And that's also presented graphically. And here I can see past cash flow trends, and more importantly, I can get a projection for my cash flow for the upcoming months. Now, this is really key for my day-to-day operations. Right? It seems like right now I have a negative cash flow, and that continues into September. So let's switch over to the forecasted balance. All right. So in forecasted balance, I can see that I have a really big expense that's taking me into a negative cash flow. Okay? Now, not only do I see that on the graph, but I have an activity feed, which is telling me it's detecting, and it's telling me that I'm having a problem. And it instantly alerts me to that problem. So let me tell you, that notification system, it's helpful, it's great, and it makes sense. And you can add any other channel that you want. It could be a bot, it could be whatever you want. You just click on that alert. So let's hide the most important insight with respect to my past and upcoming events. And all I have to do on that alert is it's a negative cash flow situation that's been detected. I now get a personalized recommendation for a pre-approved line of credit with my bank to cover that shortfall. I click on that timeline, fill in the additional details, and we can add more, APR, et cetera, and that gets sent easily back to my bank. It's easy, simple, and it's direct. Now, there's a lot more features that we could show for you, but I know that you guys want to hit the bar soon. So I'll pass it over to Cesar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharif. So let me summarize some key concepts just discussed today. One, simple to understand, yet much more relevant. Strand's amazing UX and our ability to enrich raw data from any core banking solution together with the information from third-party invoicing platforms or external bank accounts means business owners have the experience they deserve. Two, relevant insights lead to recommendations. This data enrichment is then analyzed a second time using Strand's data-driven recommendation solutions unveiled at Finovate Europe earlier this year, providing business owners with the perception that their bank has evolved from a facilitator of transactions to a virtual advisor. And three, actions mean more than just advice. Our technology is designed to move beyond advice and embed the trigger that enables actions to take place within the bank. Strands' solutions are tightly integrated with the financial institution's pre-existing core back-end services and workflow infrastructure to make money management seamless and automated, from information to advice to getting things done. Thanks for your attention, and look forward to seeing you all at our stand just outside. And you can also find out more visiting us at strands.com. Thank you very much.